Hello and welcome to Optimize, our free website testing and personalization product. I'm Jason, a technical writer here at Google.
And I'm Q, product manager at Google.
And today we're going to show you something marketers are really excited about, personalization. In this video, we'll show you how to create a personalization right in Optimize to show the right content to the right visitors at the right time. So what is a personalization? It's a set of changes to your website that are only visible to visitors that match specific targeting conditions that you set up. And unlike experiments, personalizations don't use variants and they can run forever. So Q, when would you use a personalization?
Jason, there's typically two ways. One is you might already have a segment of visitors, or some people call them audiences, in mind, such as someone arriving from an ad campaign, and you want to customize the experience on your site for them. The second is typically through A/B testing. You might find a variation or variant in which it outperforms the original version of your site. And so while you wait for your web development team to go ahead and update the site with the better variant or variation, you can, within Optimize, actually deploy that winning variant from your test temporarily as a personalization until your web team makes the updates. So.
Awesome. So thanks, Q. It sounds like a personalization is a great way to tailor your site, but only to a specific segment of your visitors. So to create a personalization and Optimize, there's only two steps. First, make the desired changes to your website. And second, decide which of your website visitors should see it. So Q, you want to show us how it's done?
Yeah, Jason, happy to. So today we've actually got two examples for you. The first is we have a leader from an A/B test, and we're going to go ahead and show you how to deploy that very simply as a personalization. And then the second is we're going to create one from scratch, a personalization from the Optimize homepage itself. So let's dive into the first one, where we have an ongoing experiment that has recently found a leader. So here you see that we've got an A/B experiment, and it's clearly showing that the variant in this case is outperforming the original. And so that implies that while we wait for our web team to go ahead and update the website permanently, we can click this here next to the leading variant and choose End and Deploy. What'll happen is it'll open up a personalization template with all the necessary information filled in, and all you have to do is click Start, and it's live until your web team can perform those updates. So that's simple. And now let's jump into the second example that I had, which is we're going to create one from scratch. So here we have our demo website, and what's happening is my colleagues have been running an ad campaign for lotus bouquets. And so what I'd like to do to help increase and drive conversions is when anyone clicks on those ads and lands on our homepage, I'd like to make sure that they see a lotus bouquet instead of this one here. So let's go ahead and jump into Optimize to do that. As always, we'll start by creating an experience. We'll say supporting lotus campaign. It's already pulled in the homepage, as you can see there. And then because this is a personalization, we'll go ahead and select that template. I click Create. Great. Now it's asking me to go ahead and make those site changes. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so let's go ahead and swap that image. So I'm just going to select it here. And I've already got the URL from my alternate image, so I'm going to just paste it in. We need to slide it over just a little bit. So let's start with 100 pixels to the right. Maybe 120 pixels. There we go. That looks a little bit more centered. OK, great. So now that I've done that, I'm going to click Save, click Done. OK, so I've gone ahead and made the changes so that the hero image on my homepage is a lotus bouquet. Now, who gets to see it? Well, I want, as we mentioned, just those folks coming from that ad campaign. So we go to Audience Targeting, and instead of all visitors to the page, as mentioned on the left, I'm going to customize that, and I'm going to choose from Google Ads. As long as I have access to read that campaign, I can go ahead and select it here. So I'm going to choose campaign, the account, and then it'll pull up all the campaigns, and I can see actually right there is the Lotus campaign. So I'll click add, and so now the personalization, as mentioned, targets just those individuals who clicked on that ad. Down here, I would want to next run diagnostics, make sure everything works out okay, and then also go up here and I can click preview to make sure that it visually looks appropriate and how I want it to. And with that, I would just click start to deploy it live, and you're on your way. Back to you, Jason.
Awesome, Q, thanks. So that's how easy it is to create a personalization in Optimize. Try Optimize today and learn more at the Optimize Resource Hub.